Okay guys, sorry about the weird setup. You can see JJ Weezy in the back, or Jordan Cheyenne if you don't know who she is, but I was just watching her Boss Babe video. So this is just a weird setup. I have you guys stacked up on stuff on my nightstand right now, next to my unmade bed. And this is a video that I've been wanting to actually sit down and film and not just have a car vlog about. And it is my weight loss surgery, specifically gastric sleeve, and basically how my experience has been so far and like what the hell is going on, because there is a lot going on. This is literally video number 4, I believe now, where I am sick. I've literally been sick for almost 3 weeks. So I was first congested, then I had bronchitis, and now I'm congested again. So I have my Vicks vaporizer, it's literally right here. I have eucalyptus oil burning, and I'm just really trying to get it really all cleared up. Let's jump into this video. So I have been looking into weight loss surgery for a long time. I've always known what it was, like growing up, I've always known what the bypass was, and it's not because people told me I should get it or anything like that. I just knew what it was. I watched a lot of reality TV, I knew heavier people, and someone somewhat close to me got the bypass done. So once I learned about that was a couple of years ago now, that was when it kind of went from the back of my mind to the front of my mind as, hey, maybe this is actually something I should look into. And now, years down the road and many fad diets and lifestyle changes, trying over and over and over to try to lose weight, you know, I'll lose 25, 35 pounds, gain it all back, gain even more back, and I just keep setting myself up for this cycle of failure. Oh, hi baby. Oh, no. Just keep setting myself up, and all these things just keep failing, and I was feeling like, what the heck is wrong with me? So I decided that I was actually going to start looking into it, like actually give it a try, actually learn about the different procedures, because really when people think of weight loss surgery, the first thing that they think of is gastric bypass, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with gastric bypass, but some people do have like a negative connotation with it, where it's like, oh well, my aunt's cousin's brother's sister had a complication and died. And you have to understand that that surgery's been around since the 80s, and that's over 30 years ago now, and the technology and the different types of procedures has just gotten so much better and broader, and complication rates have gotten so low that it's something that I would actually consider now. So I started following a lot of weight loss surgery Instagram accounts and watching a lot of weight loss surgery YouTube videos, and just learning about the different procedures and trying to figure out what procedure would be best for me. And if you don't know me, which you may or may not, I have been overweight literally my entire life. My entire life. Like, you can ask people who went to elementary school with me. I've always been the overweight big girl. And obviously I've gotten bigger over time, but I've always been overweight. And now I'm technically class 3 obesity, which is like the highest obesity that you can be. So I have always been overweight, and the thing that's amazing though, and it's obviously a blessing, is that I have never had any major health issues. I'm not diabetic, I'm not hypertension, you know, I don't really have joint or back problems other than my torn LCL, link down below for that story, but I've never had any major health concerns that have to do with my obesity, and that is the entire reason that I'm doing this, if that makes sense, because I know that if I don't make a change, and I don't make a change now while I'm healthy, it is like 95% like sure that I'm going to develop some sort of ailment due to me being overweight that is going to affect my life 10, 20, 30 years down the road. And I would rather make the change now to better my life for the future so that I can see my grandkids and great-grandkids and whatever the hell else, you know, get married or graduate high school or this, that, and the other thing. So I think for me, that is, you know, I learned enough about it and I realized that this is something that I want to do for myself for the long run. And it has nothing to do with my confidence or how I feel about myself, anything like that. I love who I am, no matter if I was 400 pounds or if I was 100 pounds. And I know those are extremes, but I have honestly tried to embrace my body at any weight that it has been in my 21 years of life, because I only have one body, and it is, to me, it is a sanctuary because it is the only body that I have. So that is why I'm doing this. So when I started looking into procedures, I determined that gastric sleeve was probably the best surgery for me because I don't have any serious ailments and because I am obese, but I am not, you know, hundreds of pounds overweight. That is where, you know, the bypass or the duodenal switch would come into play. But I'm also not 20 pounds overweight. I'm still like 100 pounds overweight. And if I was 20 or 40 pounds overweight, just like a little bit less overweight, maybe then the lap band or the balloon would work. But I'm kind of in the middle, so I figured the sleeve would work best. So I talked to a family friend of mine who had gotten the bypass. I learned about the surgeon that she had gotten it done with, and she had a phenomenal experience. So I decided to research their program first and just to learn about their program. And I went to basically a lot of weight loss programs are the same, where you have to attend a seminar first and you have to learn the education factor. You have to learn about the different types of surgeries and whether or not the surgery is right for you and everything like that. So, and I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, like I'm a doctor, but a lot of it I did already know because I had researched it so much, but every program is that way. And then the programs can vary a little bit, but usually you have to go see a psychologist or psychiatrist just to get cleared that you don't have, that you're doing this for the right reasons and that you're not doing it because you're depressed, you know, that you might have mentally that you need to take care of before you can get the procedure done. So you usually have to do that. If you have any sort of heartburn issues or sleep apnea or stuff like that, they usually have you do what's called an upper GI test, which is like I believe it's like an x-ray of your throat or something like that. You guys can comment down below what you guys think, but that was my idea of what that was. And then for my insurance specifically, and every insurance is different, but my insurance required that I had to see a nutritionist for 6 months. And basically, some insurances put this into place just to make sure that the people that they approve for surgery know what they're getting into, that they have knowledge on how to eat post-surgery. And I'm not talking like, you know, the liquid diet or anything. I'm talking like just general knowledge about eating healthy. A lot of insurances require that. So I am currently in my nutrition programs. I'm right at my 4-month check-in, so I've already passed my halfway point. Basically I will be going to nutrition classes till like, I believe, middle of October. And my insurance isn't like you need to lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds or whatever it is. Like, they want to see a downward progress. So even if you only lose a couple pounds every month, that's just what they want to see. They don't want to see you gaining weight and losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight, and they obviously don't want to see you going up. So so since starting the program, I've had a lot of setbacks. Between the time I went to the seminar and now, which was 4 months ago, between those 2 periods of time, I tore my LCL, which obviously limited the physical activity I could do, and for almost 2 months I couldn't even walk. So that was hard. And then since then I also had food poisoning, got bronchitis. I've had like a cold about 3 times, and so I've had a lot of setbacks. temptations of setbacks, but since the start of the program, I really have tried to not let those things hold me back. And I've pushed through all of it, and since then I've lost almost 10 pounds during the program. Now, within the last month, I've really kicked it into high gear. I've started exercising again because I do feel that my knee is almost to 100%, you know, healing. It's almost back to normal, so I've been, you know, going to the gym, getting on the elliptical, doing some weights, and I've been more diligent with my food. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, if you guys are just like looking into weight loss surgery or you're not sure about it, is what's called a center of excellence. So this is the part where the story kind of takes a turn here. So a center of excellence is basically a hospital or a facility that's held to a higher standard than other facilities. And a lot of insurance providers require that you get your surgery done at a center of excellence. And the reason they require this is usually because the complication rates are super low. Obviously the percentage of death is super low, and just a note, the death rate for weight loss surgery is as low as any other surgery. Like if you needed to get your gallbladder out, or I don't know, like, you know, you broke your leg and you needed to get surgery on your leg, like the percentage today is the same amount as any other surgery. So don't be scared on that aspect. But most insurances want you to go get your surgery done at a center of excellence for that reason. So usually they will not cover surgery unless it is at a center of excellence. So the program that I have been doing all of this through, I've already met with a surgeon, my nutrition classes are through the same hospital, everything's through that hospital. And I loved the surgeon, I loved the dietitian that I met, the nurse, my nutritionist every month. Like, they have all been fantastic. However, they are moving the location of where they are doing the surgeries. Like, they just switched where they're doing the surgeries at. And the new facility is not a center of excellence yet. So basically, I'm stuck, and I have two roads, basically. I want to get surgery in December, and it's August, so that's 4 months away. So, do I kind of wait around and hope that my program gets the Center of Excellence certification at the new facility, and do I just hope that that happens before my surgery, or do I try to find a new surgeon and basically restart this entire program? So I'm kind of lost right now because, and I'm getting anxiety about it, and I don't want to get anxiety about it, but I don't really know what to do. And last night, Colin and I went to a different program's seminar. I had to go to another seminar again. And the seminar was fine, and the surgeon who gave the presentation seemed like a nice guy, but it didn't feel the same way that it did in the program I'm in now. I'm just kind of unsure what to do right now, and I think what I'm gonna do is, basically she said they have to wait till the end of September to apply for the certification again. So, and right around that time is right when I'll be finishing my nutrition classes. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to wait until October, and like beginning of October, and call my current program and basically hope and pray and whatever else that they got or are getting the certificate approved. And at that point, if, you know, in beginning of October, if they still don't know, or they say no, or they say it's gonna take 6 months to do it, then I think at that point I'm going to have to scurry and find a new surgeon and a new program to go through, because at that point I'm not going to be waiting around anymore. And I want to get this surgery done this winter break. Hi, Miko. I want to get this Hi, Coda. They're like addicted to me when the camera's on. It's so weird. But I've already waited longer than I wanted to. Like, I wasn't expecting the 6 months of nutritional classes. I didn't know that that was a requirement for my surgery, so I've already been set back the 6 months, and I've been thinking about this for a while, so I really just want to get it done, you know? I've spent the money on all the doctor's visits and everything, you know, like, I just want to get it done. I'm getting tired of going to different nutrition appointments and doctor's appointments and paying all the bills, and it's adding up and it's getting frustrating.